Is it possible that some people, do you like how diplomatic I'm being? Don't forget to preface every single sentence with the most obvious drivel about how there's valid criticism. There are legitimate gripes. Not every statement is about you. Is it possible that some people have been entrenched in the minutia for so long, inundated with the most minor details, the most minor and often inconsequential facts and lore, that they are unable to enjoy a film or a trilogy on its own? Is it possible that some people have been absorbing so much non-film material over the past couple decades that they are incapable of watching a Star Wars movie because it might not have every single gap filled in? Of course it's possible. We all love Star Wars, we play the video games, a lot of us have read a few if not all of the books and comics. We've worn out our mouse wheels scrolling through Wikipedia, on a quest to fill in the gaps that the movies left open, on a quest to find out what happened in between the films to our characters, and it's fun. The pursuit of non-film Star Wars knowledge is fun. Some of it, of course, has been completely silly, stupid, and ridiculous. I don't think anyone in their right mind would deny that, but a lot of it has enriched the universe, both Legends and the new canon. But when I hear people complain about the unfilled gap in the new trilogy, I often wonder if they complained about the unfilled gaps in the original trilogy, or the prequel trilogy, or the timeline between those two trilogies. Look, there's a lot of unexplained stuff in both the PT and the OT, and the explanations for those gaps, those unexplained things, often came years after those movies came out. The whys. Why? I need to know why this is there. Why did this happen? Why is he the way he is? Why? The history of whys being answered in Star Wars often came years, if not decades, after the initial question was ever posed or even thought about. Is it an issue that Snoke's backstory is unknown? No, it isn't, not to me at least. That's not the tale this set of films wanted to tell. This is not the story of Snoke's rise to power or where he came from, and I guarantee, like so many other tales filling in the Star Wars gaps from the past, the Star Wars missing links if you will, we will get some Snoke material in the future that will outline and define exactly who he is and where he came from. Whether that's a book series, comics, you name it. Star Wars minutia has always taken time to come out. The details often get revealed years later. This really isn't anything new, necessarily. Just different circumstances, I suppose. And hey, maybe some folks are too young to know and have always lived in a world where everything has been boxed up and defined in Star Wars, and this is their first experience with the unknown, with the waiting game. And if you're used to exploring a fictional world where every single thing is already defined, explained, and detailed, if you were born into that world, then I guess I can understand why you might be frustrated and annoyed with wanting to have answers to every single why.